And she has inspired this new segment that's called Let's Unravel Together.
That's what I think. I think just like straight up shoot your shot. Do you love me?
Do
or
you
do you
want
not love me? Friendships can happen in the most random way. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to like how we met.
Yeah, that she's grown. Like I see she's grown as a was a blusher. Oh, one thing about bitterness, it's so comforting.
And it's
like
sweet.
you're so right. The moment this girl got a job with a bag, she ghosted all of us. She was like out. Friends that feel like they own you.
No,
You know?
okay.
Like, what do you think about that whole topic of Uwanbani thinks like I own them, or rather? Hi, Unravellers.
Welcome to another episode of Unraveling. And today we're unraveling together for real.
For real, y'all.
For real. But how are you doing, Chimiam?
I'm doing eventful week, I must say. Very eventful. Yeah. I downloaded the core app with Chloe. Right?
Okay.
I'm getting ready for my Pilates era.
Girl.
You know, so like, gangani. And now soon, I'm going to be joining a running club.
Girl.
You know? Yes. So even if it happens in 2 years, guys, Oksala, we're building gangani. So like, you know, lifestyle vibes. But yeah, how are you doing?
Love it. So I'm frustrated. There has not been water all week.
Yo!
I'm so tired. Like I'm so overjoyed work. I don't know. And it seems to be happening like everywhere. And it's so frustrating. It's so exhausting. But like besides that, like I guess I'm fine. I'm just I'm ready for December.
I know. I was literally telling someone that I'm ready for December. They're like, what? I'm like, I'm ready.
I'm so ready.
There's something about December air that's like,
it's so
we're
different.
here.
Listen,
it's time.
and then now like it's cold, like really cold.
Don't be fooled by the outfits.
Listen, come on. We're out here looking like it's like good. All is good. No, it's cold, you guys. Like it's freezing. And I don't know. I think there's something about the weather that just affects like my mood. I think when it's sunny, bright and sunny out, like I generally just feel more uplifted. And then when it's cold, man, I just feel like sleeping my problems away.
Yeah, this is my second time buying electricity in the past 2 weeks, and I buy a lot of electricity.
God.
That's how cold it is. My heater is on like 24/7, and because I'm working from home right now, the electricity bill is like it's unmatched.
Such a big girl problem.
And even with the water. All I'm saying is, when the Americans say Africa, there's no water, we mustn't piggy them. It's the truth. Bring the boreholes. We need it. But yeah. No, I'm glad. December is coming.
Right soon. We're almost there, guys. I think we need to start doing a countdown.
Yeah, we need to start planning for vacation.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
And speaking of vacations, like our little community is growing. I feel like I see us like at some point down in the future where we have like link ups, and we chill and we vibe, like we
sip and paint, we bright.
Listen, Elizabeth and I have always for the longest time been just the two of us, but like now that we have, are we still calling y'all Unravellers?
Yes.
But we need a name. But ooh, definitely. When we reach 10K subs, we need to do a sip and paint, you guys. Like, in fact, like, I don't know. A sip and paint is not even enough. It needs to be a bash.
Must go on a boat.
Chamian.
Yeah.
Like, but 10K is huge, well. A boat, guys. We're booking a cruise. We're booking a cruise with the Unravel community.
The Unravellers, yes.
Okay,
guys, what do you guys want to be called?
Yo, guys, Unravelers sounds like Super Rangers. I'm so sorry. I just cannot. But it's fine. If you guys think Unravelers is okay, I guess like I'll get over it. But please, but somebody please come up with a better suggestion. What do you guys think? Nah? I trust y'all. Like, be a bit more creative. What can we call y'all? Or are you loving Unravelers? Go, Unravelers. Anyway, the Unravelers are outgrowing, you guys. Like, we're seeing y'all, a little community. And today's episode is especially dedicated to one of you guys. So, Angela, Yes, so Angela is one of the Unravelers, and Angela was like, "Girls, I love how you guys talk about friendship because you're such an amazing friendship." And she'd love for us to just like dive more into that conversation. So, shout out to you, Angel. This episode is dedicated to you, and a good, huge shout out to Anu. You guys, Anu is
very consistent, and we see you.
Baby girl is commenting on every single one of our videos. She's with us on our social medias. We're like, when's the next episode coming out? Like, we appreciate you, Sana. We see you, Sana. And because listen, this is literally just us as friends, me and her and you, all of us together. We genuinely want this to be literally a conversation between all of us. So if you, just like Angela, have something that you want us to all talk about together, comment down in the section and keep talking. Let's communicate. We're in the comments. We are watching. We're responding. So let's talk together. What would you like to hear more about? But today we are having a conversation with Angela, and we're talking about friendship.
And she has inspired this new segment that's called Let's Unravel Together. So essentially, we'll look down in the comments to hear some of the things that you want us to unravel about, and we'll come rant on about it and hopefully have a live set one day, guys. Okay, yeah. So Angela wanted to know, how do you know when somebody's being a true friend or just a fake friend who just wants to be there, casually?
Firstly, like, I would just want to say, I have nothing against casual friends. I'm a casual friend to a lot of people. I'm just a casual friend to a lot of people. I think, firstly, it's so important, like, for you to sort of, like, kind of determine the relationship. I know it's awkward, but like I think if you are really, really unsure, sometimes it helps to just like have the conversation or just shoot your shot. Like if you actually are looking for something. I've had some people who've like come with the conversation with me and they're like, I feel like I'm trying to be really close to you, and I can tell that that's not what something
really,
like when someone's like really genuinely trying to be a close friend to me, and at the time that's not something that I'm trying to do with them. So I think that conversation saved us from it like going something that continues and then it's sort of like one-sided, and I wouldn't have known, right? Because to me, like, I'm just like minding my own thing and I'm going my own way, and they're out here like putting in and like putting themselves out there. And had they not brought up the conversation and I had the opportunity to be honest and be like, listen, like, I think you're amazing, but like unfortunately I just don't have much to give, and I don't think it would be fair for me to say let's be close friends but I'm not able to give you what you need, because I know that friendships can be a little bit high maintenance. And I think real deep friendships are actually like quite a lot of work, which is why I don't understand people who have a lot of friends.
Like how you doing it,
So friendships can be quite a lot of work. So I think it's something that I guess you need to sort of know, or at least like have an idea of, are you both as committed, so that it's not one-sided and you're not putting yourself in for someone who's just not there. It's just like a relationship, right? Like, you want to know, are we together? Are we dating? So I think even with friendships, like, I think it's good to know, like, are we close? Like, are you there for me the way I want to be there for you? And if they say no and you still want to be there for them, then at least you know what you're getting yourself into. But like maybe if they say no and you know that you want a friendship that like it gives back everything you're putting in, then you will know that, okay, let me not waste my time, or let me not keep pouring myself in where I know that I'm not going to be poured into, and move on. That's what I think. I think just like straight up shoot your shot. Do you love me? do you not love me? Do you want me or do you not want me? Yeah, what do you think?
I can't even think anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, the thing about friendships, right? Also, the thing is, age makes friendships difficult.
So
right?
difficult.
When you're younger, it's so easy to make friends.
Yeah.
Like the responsibilities are less. You don't really understand what goes into it. But the older you get, it becomes harder. Even like getting into a relationship, like at an older age, it just becomes more difficult. You know. And so I think what you said about like shooting your shot is very important. Like, the truth is, adulthood is cringe, guys.
So cringe.
It's so cringe. But in order for us to avoid like all these unnecessary, conversations, and all of that stuff, like have the conversation straight up. Like, I feel like I'm putting more effort into this and I don't feel like it's being reciprocated, or I would appreciate you to put more effort. Is that something that you can do? And people would generally tell you, unless they're a pathological liar or psychopath, But like,
and sometimes they are.
They really are.
Just like romantic. People don't understand. Like, friendships are a big deal, and I feel like people like put in so much effort in romantic relationships and not enough in friendships, right? So I think they are like lying friends, like who they say with their mouth that I'm there for you, like we're besties, and then they are not. So the same way boys lie, friends lie.
It's true, because I also find that sometimes it's just easier to lie just to get the conversation over and done with.
Have you lied to somebody?
Let me think. I mean, I was young. When I was young, I would go with the flow, like for everything. Like, do you want to be friends? Cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to meet up sharp? And would it actually materialize? No. But then the older I'm getting, the more I'm actually becoming more intentional about it and having those conversations. I think with me, like, I genuinely do appreciate people who say things up front, you know? I may joke about it, especially like if somebody tells me something up front, I might joke about it, give you the runaround. But like deep down, I do appreciate it. Like this thing of trying to have to figure out like, what are you thinking and all of that stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't want to try and figure it out, Like, if you like me as a friend, be vocal about it, show it to my face, and I would essentially do the same thing for you. It's like, considering our part 1 where we spoke about family, you just need to be intentional about it. And unfortunately, I think that with adults, it's hard to be intentional with a lot of people. And that's where seasonal friends come in. And there's nothing wrong with seasonal friends. Sometimes those seasonal friends get you to the most random things, you know? Definitely. If we think back on the episode that we spoke about, where you spoke about, your gym, your gym coach who gave you a hug. And all that was, you might not be the best of friends, but in that moment, she played a beautiful role, And so maybe just understanding the roles that people play and understanding that there's nothing wrong with that. And that's something I'm learning, you know? Because I realized that there were so many times when I expected things from the wrong people and I was just hurting myself, But then it got to a point whereby I stopped expecting altogether, and then I was now hurting people,
Okay.
And so now I'm moving from that hurting people to be a thing of understanding. Okay, cool. I need to understand what type of relationship this is, and just be according, you know. But Angel, to be quite honest, be honest, ask the person, what are we,
generally. And I think also when you do find somebody who you could tell that they want to be as committed to you, and by committed that doesn't mean you don't have other friends, okay, but just I mean like they want to make the friendship really work, right? I think as grown-ups, like the dynamics of friendships are different, number one, right? You have 2 completely separate lives, and because you're grown-ups, like it's kind of like you don't have time to be. Friendships don't look the way that they look when you were younger. Or in university, friendships is hanging out in my room, chilling for long hours, like like always just finding time to like do live, just vibe, It's all about me, it's all about you, what we're doing now. We're just hanging out. When you're older, that's not how friendships always look like. And I've found with you and I that like the best way to sort of like keep up the friendship, right? Okay, it would be good if you are good with communicating like over the phone, which is something we're not very good at, but not yet. Maybe one day. But if you have a distant friend, obviously consider just like actually having a ritual over the phone. I actually saw something on Instagram where they spoke about like the Wednesday waffle or something like that. Yeah, where essentially like every Wednesday on the group chat they will sort of like bounce each other, have a conversation about what's happening in their lives, catch each other up, right? Like those kind of things really help y'all like stay intact. But if you're like you and I, like we live not too far from each other and we're not great at communicating, I think try to figure out ways to sort of like do life together. Like we like to do our nails together, we like to do our hair together, and I think like we also like to even work together. I love working with you because I feel like when we're working we'll have time to sort of like
and we get so much done, and though it's fun,
exactly, it's still fun. Like we hang out afterwards. So I think finding a way to sort of like integrate each other's lives. So if you have a friend, maybe you guys can do something together. Maybe you can gym together, something that you both do. Figure out a way to sort of like integrate things that you already have to do because life is lifing. Figure out a way to do those things together, because unfortunately, like, you're not going to randomly hang out. It's not going to happen naturally. You have to sort of like make pockets of time for each other. And I think doing things together, the things that you do consistently together is a really, really good way to like maintain.
But can I say, guys, shout out to Tamia, like on a very serious note, shout out, right? So I was literally telling her, I think it was a week back or something like that, that she's grown. Like I see she's grown as was a blusher, but like literally, she like literally Saturday, like I'll literally be sleeping. She will literally call me. Her and her daughter will be on the bed like, what time are you coming over? You know, like very consistently. Like I don't know where all this energy is coming from, because I know we're usually busy and we're usually so tired.
Yeah.
And like from nowhere, and it's been so consistent, you know. And like I think that even as much as it's busy and it's crazy and all of that stuff, you know, sometimes there will be those spark of energy where it's like we're always going to be together, and there will be those times where it's not there completely. It's just important to highlight that it doesn't mean that it has changed. The relationship has changed. It's just that we're generally busy, right? And
I think, and it's because I really have been intentional about it. Like in my calendar, I've put in that Saturdays are for hanging out with you. Because like every other like sort of like pocket of my life, it's so full with like so many other things. But like usually I know on Saturdays I don't want to be working, at least not too hard, right? I don't want to be working too hard, and I know like you also don't have work on that day, so it's like the perfect time to do it, and it just works. So like again, intentionality about it, like actually planning. If it doesn't happen randomly, I'm just like, you know, and if I waited for it to happen randomly, we probably wouldn't hang out exactly as much as we do. So it just goes back again to intentionality. And beautiful thing is like friendships can happen in the most random way. Like I'm thinking back to like how we met. Like we actually went to, for those who don't know, we went to high school together, right? I think we met when
in grade 10.
In grade 10, yes. She came into my school and she was in grade 10, and she seemed really smart. She seemed really smart. I remember like when she was new in our English class, and she was like so new, and then like she was raising up her hand and giving all of these bougie ass answers, speaking this English with bombastic words nobody knows. I was like,
and let me tell you, I remember vividly, it was in accounting. Utamia brought her table and her chair right behind me, and she started asking questions. Who do you like? Who likes you? Tell me everything. Where are you from? So who's this girl?
Like I made up my mind then go to like, nope, I like her, I'm keeping her, I'm shooting my shot. And funny enough, at the time I had other friends that I was hanging out with, but when we started hanging out, when we started hanging out, like I don't know, I just lost interest in everybody.
She ditched them. I will never forget. We went on holiday, we came back from holiday. She told me, she's like, I'm moving on.
Like, because we would walk back, because we lived close to each other, and we started walking back home from school together, and there was this corner where we would separate. We would stand there for literally hours. More than 2 hours go by. Like this one was like, damn. I remember I even told you, like, I didn't even know what that meant at the time. I'm like, Sana, we speak the same language. Like somehow, like you would say things of like, I get
know,
it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like context, we would get to that corner at like 2:30, and I would get home at like 5 to 6.
And I remember we even had Kota Thursdays. Every Thursday we'd walk down and buy kotas. On Fridays we would go to the library. Like, life was so fun.
Life was fun.
And we did so good at school. I remember we were top of our class for business studies, economics. Like, school was just so amazing. And once the two of us like clicked and were together, we were just friendship hopping. Whoever was nice and fun at the time would hang out with, then move on, then bounce again. We lived life.
But you know, I've always had a question, right?
Yeah.
You know how I was on social media the other time, right? And then I actually saw a video of this lady who was speaking about how friends that feel like they own you.
Okay.
Like, what do you think about that whole topic of Uwanbani thinks like I own them? Or rather, you know, as a friend, I own your entire being. I should know everything. I should be in there.
I don't agree with it at all, right? Like, for me personally, like you and I are really close, but I don't know every single thing about you. Like, I don't even know, like I feel like I'm the type of person, right, that allow people to give what I feel they're ready to give at that particular time. And like, even with you sometimes when you don't feel like sharing, like I'm not okay, but I don't want to talk about it, I'm like, how dare you? I'm not gonna be like, how dare you? How dare you?
Could you
do you not love me? Like, right? I think it's so important to understand, right, that like at the end of the day, like, a person is still like, I'm still me, you're still you. You don't have other friends, do you? You have other people whom you consider your friends, who consider you their friends. I guess, do I have people who I consider my friends, who consider me their friends? I don't know.
We know people.
Yes, the other people who I hang out with sometimes, right? But that doesn't mean anything. Like, in fact, like some days, like we share a gallery, right? We share our photos. Sometimes I'll see pictures. I'm like, oh, she went out with somebody. I don't know her. Exactly. I don't know her. I don't know them. But like, that doesn't at all rub me off the wrong way. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, and like, I just feel, I genuinely believe, even with myself, maybe it's because I'm not also too open, and not too open in the sense that I just forget to share certain things. Like, something may be happening that really is important, and I don't always like tell you. And I guess to some people, and it's really offensive, like, I'm your friend, why would you not tell me such a thing? But it's either I didn't process it myself, or it genuinely is something that wasn't a big deal, especially because I'm not a sharer. Like, I think I shared in the last episode that, like, I think the home that I grew up with, like, nobody cares about, like, the feelings and everything. So I think I've naturally become a person who's not very good at, like, saying, oh, so here's what happened, especially with reporting. I never had anybody who, like, I was sort of like telling what's happening in my life. Like, life would just be happening if you know, because you were there and you saw it, young, sharp. But like, I'm never like, oh, mama.
Yeah.
There was nobody who used to call because like, oh, mama, this and this happened today. So I don't have that habit to be like, oh, Elizabeth, this happened today, this happened yesterday. I do try sometimes, and that's me being really intentional, like, trying really hard to be like, okay, so this happened.
Yeah, and she's struggling through it.
Yeah. But like, naturally, I'm not that kind of person, so I don't have that expectation. Like, when you tell me something, I'm like, oh, great. And then when you don't, I'm just like, okay, cool, that's fine. I also know because there's some things you don't want to share. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Not offended about it. Totally okay about it. But how do you feel? Maybe it's one-sided. I'm like, I'm cool, guys, you know.
No, I think... And if I'm being honest, in the beginning, it did bother me. Right?
Really?
Yeah. In the beginning, it did bother because I felt like I would share so much of myself and you would share nothing. And I didn't understand it, right?
Yeah.
So I was very hyped about it. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But with time, no, I remember what I was hyped about. I remember you would share with literally random people and I would learn from them.
What was I sharing?
I don't know. For example, when we lived, because background story, our lives have been intertwined. At some point in varsity, we lived together, right?
Oh yeah, we did. We lived together. We did live together. I think we lived together
since grade 11.
Yes, because I remember also in matric, we did live
Yes,
together for a little bit when we were writing our finals. And then in varsity first year, we lived together. We only lived apart for a year. Then we lived together again.
And when we lived apart for a year, we
didn't speak. And we lived walking distance away from each other.
It was the most
and it was a hard year. I got so depressed.
I also got so depressed. I remember when I saw you again, I was like, oh
my God,
bro. And then we chilled for like 4 months straight.
Yeah.
Anyway. So there was this, at Quittal, there was like this prayer group and all of that stuff. And I remember I came to visit because you kept on advising me, so I came. And then they were you were speaking about something, and I was like, how did I not know about any of these things? And you asked them to pray for you, and I was just like, what's going on? I was really hyped. I did not, And then again, I saw it was something that happened with time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I learned something. I learned that people don't owe you, right, to share every part that they need to share, and it wasn't something that I would say came naturally to me. It's something I learned, right? And that's just to show the importance of pivoting, right? You just need to learn to pivot. But my problem with pivoting is that I go from one extreme end to another extreme end, right?
Yeah.
And so it went to a point where it's like, I think maybe that is what also encouraged me to like keep to myself, because I was like, what if now I'm that person who's just like, giving too much and it's just like random and awkward. Like, let me not be that person, you know? But then with time, like now I'm actually just trying to also unlearn that, in the sense that like, it's okay. Like, it's really fine. And I'm also beginning to learn that just because your emotions feel like that, it's not the reality. So usually, for example, if something happens and it rubs me off the wrong way, I would have to ask myself, am I truly being irrational in this moment, right? That's after I've crashed out, by the way. But I would ask myself, am I like... If you think about this, you would find that person was right. Like, there was validity in what they are saying, And yeah, so I think it comes with time. And I think that's the beauty about relationships, because you learn to see that this person is not trying to hurt me. This person is not trying to like, be some type of way. Like, this is genuinely who they are. They have accepted things about me that, yeah, I mean, I'm a very questionable person, guys. And you've accepted it, you know? And so I think there's so much beauty in it as well. And that's why when we do sit down and we do talk and we have those moments, it is very beautiful. But I understand that it's not something that would happen every day, and that's okay. Yeah.
And I think also, I don't remember, did we have the conversation? Have we ever had the conversation before?
Of?
The not sharing.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, okay.
It just goes back to my nonchalantness. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Right? So, because that's something that's like new to me. And obviously I did it unconsciously, which is why it's so like also important. At least like you had like you took it in such a way of like, okay, maybe that's just how she is, and but I think like with other people, how I usually see their friendships like frizzle away is that like they take that and then like be so hurt by it and feel betrayed, right? And then that's the moment then things turn into you're not my real friend, and instead of having the conversation, and then it just turns into actually like she's not my friend, and then the distance, and then the friendship dies.
And I think you're right. Sometimes we don't just speak. We don't put it out there.
Yeah.
And like there's this bitterness that grows. And one thing about bitterness, it's so comforting.
And it's
like,
sweet.
you're so right. You're so right, you know?
Yeah. No, like honestly, like I think we've never had like a dramatic like friendship per se. But I think I have seen dramatic friendships. But I think as I've grown older, I've come to understand that like it doesn't have to look nothing has to look a specific cookie cutter kind of way, in the sense that just because you know that friends look a certain way from what you've see on TV or what people tell you friendships look like, doesn't mean that yours has to look like that. And if yours doesn't look like that, it doesn't mean yours is not a real deep friendship. Like people say, friends tell each other everything and friends know everything about each other. And like I said, like, right, it's not like I hide things. I just struggle to share.
Yeah.
And I even struggle to like see is this worth sharing? Does it seem important? Like a lot of the time when I don't tell you something is because I literally thought it did not matter. Like, does it matter? It doesn't make a difference. To me, I took it and like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay.
Tammy will have a life-changing situation and then randomly be like, oh yeah, that happened. What do you mean?
I think, like I said, I genuinely blame. I blame my upbringing. I cannot even lie because, like, in my family, things are not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I get that.
They're really not a big deal. Like, I don't know if there's even a thing where I've ever had to, like, sit my mom down and have a conversation about. Everything's just always been good. As long as good, it's okay. Like life moves on. So I guess, and I'm gonna unlearn it. I'm gonna learn it. I'm working on it.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we process and share differently.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And that's even love languages. People like to say, for example, this is my love language. You need to feed into my love language. What about the other person's love language? And that's why I think that from time to time people tend to outgrow each other because they don't see Uti, you are changing and evolving as a person. I'm changing and evolving as a person, and our needs are different, right? And instead of trying to understand the person, you're just like, you're a different person. Of course I'm a different person. Like I'm growing up. Things are changing, And so even the concept of outgrowing a person, it's not a bad thing necessarily. But people have made it such a bad thing. Like, oh, we're no longer in contact. I can't believe we used to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes it may be negative. Like I have a friend, y'all. Okay, I had a friend, right? The moment this girl got a job with a bag, she ghosted all of us. She was like out.
Which one is that one?
she literally was like out.
Which one? Give me a sign.
Okay. No, the sign is like so obvious.
Really? Yeah. Maybe she got busy.
No, she got bag. And I respect the game.
Really?
I respect the game.
Maybe it's the distance.
Yeah?
Maybe it was distance and then
no,
business.
it was bag.
How do you know that?
Because I know the moment the bag clicked, she cut everyone off. I respect the game. I respect the game. I respect it.
Damn.
No, I don't. That's the thing. It's not a bad thing.
Was she intentional about the cutoff?
No. So what she did was, she did the the classic ghost.
Okay. What did she do?
It started off as, oh, I'm busy, and then cut off one by one. And to be quite honest, right? To be quite honest, for bottom of my heart, I get it. And my problem is that many a times I get it, Because also another thing that you need to understand, so it's like, for example, a perfect example, right?
Yeah.
If we're all hobos together, right? Right?
Okay.
Right?
Now she's no longer
we're
a hobo.
Friends.
Yeah. Can't have hobo friends.
Can't have hobo friends, right?
Yeah.
So, cool. We're all hobos. We're friends and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Manja, I'm a millionaire. What must happen?
I didn't know the bag was that good.
The bag is that good.
Damn.
Game respects game.
Damn.
I respect it, like, genuinely. No, but she is an amazing person, and I wish you all the best. Yeah. The bag is good, though.
No, the bag is good.
What do you think about outgrowing friends?
I think it's normal. I think it's perfectly normal. Like, we were friends with a lot of people. The only thing, I guess, like, I think we outgrew a lot of people. At some point, I remember we used to hang out with, should I name drop? No. We used to hang out with, like, these girls, right? We had a group of, we're sort of like in a girl pack. We all sat together at lunch, and we were all pretty. We'll dress cute and Sivas Day, like
take pictures,
And then we just outgrew that. We outgrew them, and then we decided, let's not chill with them. We're not during lunch anymore.
Literally just sitting inside a class.
Yeah, so we sit inside a class of we're chilling with them. I remember that ask, oh, are you guys not taking a break? Like, oh, we're just doing homework, you know. And then we started hanging out with this other group who actually did used to chill in class during break
and
time.
We used to do homework.
Yeah, and we did used to do homework, but
Yeah.
like we started hanging out with them, and it was really fun. It was really great until they outgrew us.
I don't know what happened. We had a fallout with the one guy.
Yeah, and then they outgrew us.
And we said game respects.
Game respects, like they dished us. Yeah, and they dished us. So I think essentially that happens, and it's okay. Yeah. Be the kind of person to say game respects game and move on. Yeah. And totally move on. Yeah. But also with actual relationships not working, right? I think boundaries. Yeah. Oh, what do we say about boundaries? Because I think in order for a relationship to be thriving, I think you and I, they may not be like outspoken, like our boundaries, like that I say, like this is my boundary, don't do this. We don't have those. But like I feel like there are certain, like I respect there are boundaries that I feel like I respect of yours, like that time we had a sneaky link here. I didn't have a sneaky linky. I didn't. She did. I probed a few times. No, I probed a few times, and then like I could tell the sneaky linky is out of bounds.
Like literally and every time with me, how sneaky linky?
No, see the fact that I was like how sneaky linky. That was me respecting the boundary. Like I wasn't trying to like know more than what you're willing to share, right? I was okay with him being sneaky linky. For good, even though I don't know who the heck Sneaky Linky was or where he came from. Do you understand? So like that's sort of like I think I have those type of boundaries in the sense that like when you don't want to like share something, when you're not ready to share something, you don't feel like sharing something. I don't. Yeah. And I'm angry, like why you don't want to tell me? Yeah. I'm always like, okay, yeah, cool. I respect that. That boundary with you. And then
I do have boundaries that I respect for you, I think. I think, for example, your family time, I take it very seriously. A bit too seriously, in my opinion.
But way too seriously, in my opinion.
Guys, like, you got married. Now I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like we didn't get the rule book of this is what you do, this is when you come in. So, like, I don't know. So, like, in that sense, like, I really give you, like, free reign to let me know, like, how to maneuver it. Because like, I just genuinely don't know.
No, and I think that's okay, because I realized something very bad. I get offended when someone calls me, like, and I'm not expecting your call. Like, why are you calling me? I literally feel mad. Like, why are you calling me? Why? But not with you.
I'm shocked. Okay. Okay, I needed to continue where you were going with this.
No, essentially, I'm just saying that like it's a good boundary. I felt the feeling. And it was for me. I'm like, girl, chill. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? You're like, I get so mad when people call me. We didn't agree. We're not supposed to have a conversation. Why are you calling me?
No, but that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I don't appreciate is like people who change personality consistently. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't know, like, which you I would meet, you know? Like, me now, once, twice, I notice it's done, cut off completely.
Do you think I change personalities a lot?
Nah, you're chilled.
Really?
I'm with worried. You, I can tell there's seasons that you go through.
Okay.
Right? So there's Tamia's season where she goes into a cocoon, right?
Yeah.
So when she goes into her cocoon, I know how to manage that. I actually kind of like when you go into a cocoon.
What do you mean?
Like, because she just comes with the most random conversations ever. It's like, what? When you start with your weird conversations, I know you're going through something, right?
Okay.
And then when you start coming out of your cocoon, what happens is that you start speaking about, oh, I journaled this morning. I'm like, okay, she's coming out, Ganane. And then when she starts saying, let's go out, Tamia is back, right?
Okay.
So you have your season, so I know how to manage it. But there's some people where, like, you just don't know. They're just emotional to a extent. And you know the thing with me, I don't mean a lot of the things that I say. Right. Like in the sense that, like, I'm always making jokes, I'm always sarcastic and all of that stuff, right? So like you don't know whether you can do this or can't do that. That's very frustrating for me. But one thing I have learned is that if you are in my circle, I should learn to manage it. And I think that's what I've unraveled in this conversation. I've unraveled that obviously you will always be my favorite person, no matter what season you the whole wide world. And I can't even begin to say I appreciate you because that's. Do you know actually when I knew I appreciated you so much?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what had happened in your life. I think it's when I found out that you were having your first baby.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was leading worship, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could thank God for the entire hour. And I cried so bitterly, tears of joy. And that's when I knew, I was like, maybe I kind of love this girl.
What do you mean?
You know?
Yeah.
And so that was my unraveling.
Yeah.
And that's and you don't have to change anything about yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And what are you unraveling about?
I guess respect the game.
Respect the game.
I guess I love what you said about how when people do outgrow you, it's okay to sometimes be like, okay, I understand and not take offense by it and be like chill and move on. I think that's something that's like really, it's maturity. It's what it means to actually be mature. And the learning people and understanding and managing people, I think that's like so important in friendships in order for them to actually be maintained. The fact that you noticed something off about me that was hurtful to you, and instead of you taking it personally and like making that be the end of our friendship, rather it's something that you actually like, okay, maybe this is just how she is. And that's always depending on like how major things are. Can be a bad thing. Don't have to manage everybody and everything. Yeah, but like I think that is important in certain aspects. Like at some point, I think to weigh in if what is like, how much would it hurt me to like learn to live with this, and how much would it hurt them to have to unlearn this, and sort of like meeting in between. Because sometimes some things are really big to the other person. To you, it offends you a little bit, but like it's not a big deal. So those are the things that you sort of compromise on.
Yeah.
And that's where you sort of like meet in between. The same way, even in a marriage and a relationship, you gotta compromise to work. Like you have to learn each other and understand, and like see, it's okay, it's a give and take. Even with like friendships, I think treat your friendships like you would treat a romantic relationship, because it's like it's just as important. It has those different aspects, and it's a big deal. Okay.
Yeah, true. Finding friends is hard, yo. There's
nothing dry out there. I'm telling you, it's dry out there. So what you do, if you do have a friendship, like understand the type of friendship that you have, and also like value it, like for what it is. I have this one friend, like she's my celebrating friend. Whenever something good happens, I'd always call her. It'll be too obvious, but like,
okay,
like
makes sense, I like her.
Yeah, me too. See, she's just such a great like celebrating friend, right? Like hi friend. So like this happened, come let's celebrate. And I love that. Like I like that. Like it's nice, but like it's okay. And because I see it for what it is, there's room for it to actually bloom. So yeah.
Unravelers, we've come to the end.
Our producer's like so thank you so much for watching. Let us know down in the comments, like, what did you unravel about friendship? And Angela, thank you so much, child. Thank you so much, girlfriend. Let's tell us again, like, what did you think about today's episodes, and what, like, Angela, would you like to hear for us to dive into, talk about? But until then, we will unravel again on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.